Hello, Marky Dragon, also known as Marcus Eikenberry in real life, and welcome to another episode of the Neos Land Kickstarter series, something a majigger thing that we're doing. I see we have, what is that? Is that like a holy dog that wears glasses and a scuba diver? And I think you guys are playing too much fun and games.
Why so serious?
Oh, that's awesome. So, the fun things we do, I'm all about fun. So, that's the business. The business is fun. So, welcome everybody. Oh, you know what we forgot to do last episode, Jacques? We forgot to mention the
Reward.
the reward, because we would have been on horse dung by now. What everybody's been wanting to know
Damn
about.
it.
You don't want to go to Austin, that's why.
Well, it'll be the next episode. So, in the Kickstarter, there is a thing that if you get in today, there's 30 extra rewards, and if you get in today, then you get all 30 of them. If you get in tomorrow, when there's only 29 days left in the campaign, you'll get 29 of the rewards. And if you wait all the way to the last day, you only get one. And so we've been going through these, and there's all kinds of things in here, and we've been just looking at one at a time here. The next one on the list is a gargoyle statue. Now, does he just sit around looking pretty, or what does this gargoyle statue do?
He's a very interesting little character. So what we did with him is, if you put him down by your house and somebody comes to break in, or somebody comes by your house or into your house, then you actually wakes up and then you can be looking around to check what they're doing. And if somebody breaks in, you can be activated as a security system. So you'll come alive maybe and attack them to protect your goods and so on.
Okay. He'll go all gargoyle on their ass. Okay. Yeah, and maybe when we talk about the horse dung and what kind of protection it can offer, maybe it can, just slow them down as they're walking in. Okay, so welcome everybody here to the show who has questions, and Yeti, you too.
Hey, what's up?
Yeti, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
So. Yeti, you're primarily a streamer, and you have a YouTube channel as well. And so just quickly tell us what you do.
Well, I'm a full-time streamer slash YouTuber slash entertainer slash roundtable, whatever. I do a lot of stuff in the gaming industry that's online. I'm part of some things that are coming up that will be announced shortly, and looking to get involved with Neos Land. So, just online, basically, online presence.
What attracts you to Neos Land? Why is it something that you want to cover and make content for?
I was a WoW addict for many years. So MMOs have always been an interest of mine. And just the fact where you can be a part of something and actually create the game and help design it and have an influence on what'll happen is amazing. It's tremendous. Something, piqued my interest.
Did you ever think you'd be able to make a game?
I've wanted to make games. I've had so many ideas, and this is kind of
this gives you a taste.
Not making the game, but I'm part of the process of making the game.
Yeah, so cool. So what's your question, Yeti?
My question is it going to only be player-generated quests, or is there going to be a main storyline in the game?
That was a question we asked on one of the roundtables, how do we want to handle the lore in the game and so on. And what they said is they're looking at doing the alpha players to basically create the lore as alpha players. So people that come into the game first will be helping with that to create some lore and so on, with it. So there's going to be a few quests here and there that we will want to import, but mostly it's going to be player created, to give that uniqueness to it, to give players the opportunity to see what they want to do with it and so how it wants to evolve the world.
Do you, Jacques, do you think that players actually have the ability to make good quests?
Well, I'm very certain of that, actually. If you just look at all the ideas that's come from players already in the community, it's a lot of them are beyond what I've seen in any game development company that I've ever made. So I'm very, very certain that people have the skills to do that, actually.
Now, Yeti, you bring up that question probably because you're interested in making quests, or you're interested in doing quests?
Well, for me, something that's really important, especially in the leveling processes of a MMO, is that storyline to keep the player interested. Flow is very important in that whole leveling process. If you don't have that flow, and it's just a grind and it's redundant, then keeping a player in front of the PC or having that urge to get back to the computer after work or after school or whatever they've done in their day is a huge importance. If you don't have that flow, I find you're going to lose, a lot of audience who are looking for that kind of addiction
storyline.
Yeah, the whole thing. I got to get to the next part of the story. What's going to happen next? Who am I going to fight next? Is he the good guy? Is he the bad guy? Where having player-generated quests are great because it adds a whole different aspect to the game. I still feel there has to be a main storyline to kind of guide the player through the whole leveling process.
And what do you mean by guiding players through the leveling process? Because we don't have any levels or anything in this.
Well, achieving, learning skills, learning, weapons and stuff like that. Just having somebody go out in the world can be very confusing. So it's linear, but you have the option to break off and go do player quests and stuff like that. But something that kind of keeps you on the road of where you need to be.
Overarching storyline that spans over many different quests.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Jacques, do you think that could be done, or do you think that players could even do that?
Well, that's the thing, right? We're gonna give you guys the tools to create type of quest systems like that. Like for instance, you have your own dungeon that you've built, and then you create a whole storyline around that dungeon, and how to get in and how to do things. And also one thing that they were saying, and like. Our quest won't be the normal run up to the guy and you see a little question mark on top of his head or anything like that. It'll be a set of books. Everything is done with books. So you'll get the quest book that you can do the quest with, right? And then we were talking about like grading certain quests and stuff from players. So eventually, filtering through all this, you'll find a lot of quests that's created by players will have a very, very flowing storyline behind it. So the community will end up playing those quests because they have high ratings and so on, ratings on them. So at the end of the day, that's going to be what I think is going to be more enticing than just the normal storyline. Because if you do a normal storyline, most of them have an ending and that's it and it's done. And then, what do I do next, right?
We actually talked about that those books could be updated as well. And so... Yeah. When they, the first quest in there, so a player could write an overarching storyline, and as they get each component done, then maybe another chapter appears in the book, and it's another quest to go on, and it's part of the whole same storyline. And maybe the book sits in your bookshelf, and it has a little bit of a glow to it or something like that. Whenever it's the next chapter is there, And so I think that I see your concern about something that's bigger than just one outing or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. So basically, I can write the whole lore of Lord Yeti, the master of the planet, who destroys everybody just by looking at them.
As long as the Yeti is not hairy.
Well, then it wouldn't be a Yeti. What is this?
This is Yeti discrimination.
Yes, I'm filing a report.
Go ahead. You report straight over to Jacques.
Our support desk will get to you in about currently 365 days or so.
So one thing also, the quest system with the book system, what we could do also is we could have interlingual quests. Say, for instance, you were following this quest, but oh, you can't find the next section of it, right? And we could have these books maybe linked together. Like say there was 10 quest books that's put out to the same quest that you start off with, and somebody else actually gets to the next level. It'll update your book, and all of a sudden you'll see, this is what happened in the next storyline of the quest. That somebody broke maybe, and also we can, depending on the systems that we have in place, we could have it that you could even see maybe some action footage of how they killed the dragon, right? And now it opens up the next version of the quest, which you can go do if you wanted to, right? Or something like that. We can incorporate it in many different ways than just the normal quest line system.
Or how they died to the dragon.
Yeah, exactly.
How they died to Lord Yeti.
What is a Yeti's battle call? Can you give us an example of that?
Nope, sorry. That's reserved for my content only.
And can Yetis dance?
Oh, we can dance.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
We can dance.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that you bring up some very good stuff, and I think that that we will have some more episodes covering quests where we can flesh that out more, and really come up with something robust that that will meet the needs of what a lot of people want who want to do quests. I know myself, I don't care much about quests, but that's just me, and I know it's very important to other people. So,
well, that's the thing with a game like this is there's such a wide variety of play styles. People PvP only, people quest only. So there's so many different aspects, and it's finding that balance for everybody. If you can find that, then you have gold.
Yeah, perfect.
Yep. Okay. Well, Yeti and everybody else that's here, we're not to capacity, so you guys can hang on here if you want. You don't have to exit out, but we'll move on to the next person. Oh, you'll go?
I will. I'll
you got to go
give
stream?
Space. No, I have to finish editing my my YouTube series that I'm working on right now. So I came in for a bit. I said I would stop
my
by,
friend.
and I will see you guys on the next round table or so.
Okay, sounds good.
Sounds good.
Take care.
See ya.
So, Yeti, by the way, is part of the team that we are building for the game for streamers. So, okay. So, well, let's see here. You know who's right in front of my face here. Yeah. This is Streaming Canadian again, and so how's it going? Those are some fancy glasses.
Well, thank you. I just picked them up myself. I just picked them up a little while ago. They're fantastic. You should really pick them up.
They fit your face really well. They move. They
I
flow
hope so.
with you. They move. Yeah.
Well, I hope so. They're attached right here.
do they actually improve your vision?
No, not really. I can't see a damn thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they look like the bottoms of Coke bottles. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So what's on your mind?
Well, I mean, I honestly, I don't know. I mean, I'm loving this game, to be honest with you, and it hasn't even come out yet. I love what this can potentially be. I mean, when you look at Minecraft blew up, and there were so many things you can do with Minecraft. Mm-hmm. When you look at all of these MMORPGs that are out there, what they can do and what you can do with this game is going to be absolutely amazing. What if
Minecraft married Warcraft?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's what you're looking at, right? I mean, that's potentially what you're looking at here.
Yeah.
What's your World of Minecraft? Pretty much. I mean,
Yeah.
What is this is a question for you, Jacques. What is going to be? There's going to be people. I think Yeti touched base it pretty good there. There's going to be PvPers. There's going to be RPGers. There's going to be PvE guys. There's going to be people that are just coming to this game for creativity. How much of this game would you say is based on creativity? Like, you've got 7 Days to Die, you've got Minecraft, you've got all these different building games. How much of this game is going to be primarily on building something?
I would say it's going to be a nice combination of all of them, but a lot of it will be definitely building, right, because of the housing system and stuff like that, right? But it won't be just like... A lot of people will take it as their main gameplay, but a lot will use that just as a springboard for the other systems that they want to do, like PvPing and so on, right? So they have a good place to put all their stats that they steal, or do different things, or build different crafting systems and so on, like different items and so on. So, if you look at it in the broad spectrum, right, a lot of building stuff is involved in most MMO games, at least 70%, I'd say, or 60%.
Okay, so then what comes to my mind right away is something, and I don't know if you've heard of this. I think Marky actually did something on this for one of his roundtables. Arc-Age, or am I off
Yep.
by that, saying that? Is it going to be something like Arc-Age, where they have the ability to build housing, but also have the PvP and the PvE and the questing and all that type of thing? Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
definitely. The only difference is with our building system, it's so unique that you can. We're working on a grid system, so you can build pretty much anything that you want. It's not like Arcade. I think you go and you buy a house, and that's your house basically that you build. You can't add extra room to it or anything like that. I might be wrong. I haven't looked that intensively to it, but as far as I know, you buy a template and that's it. What you get, right? With this system, you can build a long corridor of your house and do it in a square, and that's it, and have nothing in the middle of it, right? You can do whatever you want to do with it.
You can fill it with plants and high-powered lights and a good water system, good airflow.
And grow roses, right?
Yeah. Awesome roses. Really, really potent roses. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how you get good fertilizer for roses, right?
That's right.
Horse
the poo.
dung.
The
Horse
Exactly. It's like an all-around general tool.
It all comes
thought-
back to the horse dung.
I thought we agreed this was going to be currency. Dragon dung. That can be the most expensive currency that you could possibly get.
We have to work on this system. I mean, we can have a tier system where human dung is like, pennies.
The smallest, it could be like
Exactly.
I've got like 1,000 grams of human dung, but none of dragon.
Sounds like any dung is going to be the most expensive item in the world.
It's going to be.
In fact, we're all going to go away from gold as a currency, and we're going to trade in horse dung or dung. Yes.
We're on to something here.
I already let everybody know in the hangout that I am going to corner the market on toilets if that's the case.
You're going to be the sewage treatment plant.
Yes.
Oh my God.
You're going to have to pay premium dung for a porcelain seat in my kingdom. Trust me.
Oh my.
That does actually bring me to a question then. What is going to be the currency in the game? Other than gold, I mean, it sounds like that's what you're going to be doing. But since this is going to be first of all, how are you rolling this out? Is this going to be a free-to-play, or is this going to be a subscription-based game?
Before
It's
you
going to be a
answer that,
subscription-based game.
before you answer that, how did dung segue into the next question?
Because we were talking about it being the currency of trade, and how valuable it was to you.
It's very valuable. So it's going to be subscription-based? Is that what I gathered there? It is going to be subscription-based? Okay.
So it's going to be subscription-based, but it's going to be similar to the pet system in EVE, right? Where you can also pay for your subscriptions by means of buying it from other players with real game currency.
Okay. Kind of like what Terra Online's doing then.
Yeah, it gives a little bit. Well, it gives a little bit of both PVE. Free-to-play and pay-to-play, right? Like subscription or free-to-play games, right? It gives everybody the opportunity. So it's a good balance, I think, between those two. But there won't be any subscriptions until the release of the game. So alpha and beta access, when anybody gets into that's free to play, until we hit subscription and full release.
So this system is a good combat also against farming of currency and bots and stuff like that, so that because you can then just buy it in a legit fashion from other players. You don't have to go through some third-party website that is going to hack you after they deliver your gold or whatever.
Can I touch base on that? So you're saying that people are going to be able to buy it from other players.
Yes.
What is going to be put into place for gold farmers?
We have not done an episode on that yet.
No,
Okay. Well, don't touch base on it then if you don't want. I'm just throwing that out there. I didn't know.
It's okay. We don't want gold farmers, I don't think.
No, I wouldn't think so.
The general thought is that if there is opportunity for people to buy currency legitly through the game mechanics that
It takes it away, yeah.
that it greatly diminishes what gold farmers would be doing, and I am personally of the belief, and I want to on a roundtable figure out how we can make any gold farmers part of the gameplay and part of the normal play of the game as cannon fodder, as opposed to an annoyance. So more like they are a target to shoot at instead of the bug buzzing in your ear while you're trying to do something. So I think that we may be able to address it in a very unique way on how we can discourage them and they can have very little impact on the actual play.
Yeah, I think those things are very, very important things that we definitely have to do in a few roundtables. And I think the community, especially the players, they know how everything goes, and they're involved with you the whole time. So that's going to be we're going to look at how to try and fix that problem as much as possible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So,
interesting.
Okay. So you can feel free to hang around if you want. We don't have more people hopping in. If we get full, though, you can.
Yeah, I'll definitely pop out if it does start to get full. For
yeah.
Sure.
So Liam, has this sparked anything else for you?
Actually, it was the previous episode that it sparked a little bit more. I wrote it on my tablet 1 second.
Okay. Can you see it with that eyeglass and the patch at the same time?
I can't see it with this eye. I can't see it with this eye, but I can with this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to look through this eye. We were talking about the marriage system, and this actually really got me thinking. You were talking about as long as the people don't have the same name, it shouldn't cause any problems in the database. I take it when you say something like that the database runs off of the player name as opposed to any other sort of identification of who owns that account. Because what I'm trying to get at here is if you use some sort of increment, automatic increment, you could assign a character ID to that player, which means that multiple people could have the same username, but they're all registered to a certain ID. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. It's actually we do have character IDs. The reason I said that mostly is for like if you want to search for your friends, right? And you put in his first name and his last name, right? And you have a bunch of them that's got the same last name and first name. You're gonna end up with problems, right? Mm-hmm. So we want to make sure that we split those, right? So that
it's player to player identification more than a programmatic thing. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the thing, right?
Yeah, that'll help greatly with complaining. Just get the name right, and we'll know who you're talking about. There are in Ultima Online there were probably hundreds of Marquee Dragons and people impersonating me and everything. And it was very hard to prove that I was the real one. When I was doing business transactions with people. And so since that time, most games have required a unique name for each character. And and I plan on my unique name being Oprah Winfrey. And I hope you're all okay with that. Thud.
Well,
help me, Tom Cruise. Help me.
And it just went a little bit quiet there.
Yeah. I know that was just too far out. Okay. So how does that? How do you, Liam? What are your thoughts on that? I mean, does that feel right?
Well, I mean, that to a degree it does, but I mean it's understandable why that is the reason that you're using that. With if you were to search for a name and it gave back multiple people, but in kind of real life, you're going to have quite a wide variety of people that are going to have the same name just by no fault of their own. I mean, if you look in a phone book or even online, you're going to get a wide bunch of people that have the same name. There should be some sort of mechanism that can be added to identify each individual character, so that if someone is looking for that player and they have the same name, they can they can locate the one they're looking for.
Yeah.
Whilst
Well, I think we have that addressed because they'll all be unique.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, I could tell you one little story. My cousin's name is also Jacques, same as me, and same surname. So exactly the same. So.
Right.
I had an idea, because rather than just be able to marry someone to lose your surname, if you have your first name and then your surname, and then hyphenated with your partner's surname, at least then people can see the original character's name still in the name. So
Right,
if you get
Mhm.
if you're griefing, if someone's been griefing someone for months and months, and then they think, oh, I'll move on to grief someone else, they can just get married to change their name. But if you still got their original name in there, just with a hyphen, then at least they can't hide themselves like that so easily.
Yeah.
I did look up, just as touch basing on this subject that we're talking about now, I did look up some stuff that a game called U Demons Online. They've done a marriage system, a family system, and a legion system. Now, I know you're going to be implementing guilds, right? Is that what you're calling it? Guilds, clans, or legions, or what do you call it? Guilds?
Yeah.
Okay. So they've got all of that. They got a marriage thing where essentially you could marry one other person. They've got a family system, and they've also got a legion system as well. So kind of the same type principle. I linked those links in chat for you guys to take a look at. That may be able to spark up some ideas of the way that they do it. They do it exceptionally well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, any ideas? That's what it's all about, right? The whole game. If you find something that you like or you have an idea, we throw it in there and do roundtables, and then community decides what they want, and then we'll do that.
Yeah, because when I was working with QT Digital, this is one of the things that I was working with them on, and I like the way that their system is actually put out. It works very, very well. You can have a team of, you can have family wars, essentially, is what they've got implemented into the game. So instead of it just being a guild war or a guild battle, you could literally go up another family and take over maybe their part of their land or something like that. Like fight for their land. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we're out of time for this episode, but we can talk more about this in the next episode. So those of you watching live, hang on, don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a couple minutes. And if you're watching on YouTube, another 2 hours, and the next episode will be posted. We'll be right back, everybody.